Oh my God, this is like the vilest thing ever. Oh God.
Is that from Rasbar?
Have to leave. Have to leave.
Oh, Rasbar's off the show tonight. Forget it. Oh my gosh, everyone's passed out. Yappy is choking, and when you can make Yappy choke, you know you've achieved
We're opening the window again.
Do you want me to go get the polo?
Open the window. Opening the window. There we go. Let's the air of the
I can't
house
smell
out.
it yet. I can't smell it yet. I
You
ain't gonna
take
go over
your
there.
Oh my
butt
God.
outside next
I ain't
time.
going over there. Oh, I can smell it now. Oh my gosh.
Nasty. Oh my God.
Wow, that's worse. That's worse than the time when I was at Cypress Gardens with Chad and I had just finished eating broccoli the night before. And that morning, I was eating nothing but deviled eggs.
This is so bad. Bandit has left the other room, and he's skulking over toward the screen door.
Those farts are raising the room temperature.
He's hiding underneath the console. He is. Look at him. He's over there. He's like hiding.
Neighbors are complaining.
The EPA is coming.
God.
Hey, at least I went into the other room and did it.
You didn't leave it in there. You gotta leave it in there, though.
You need to go outside.
It's following you like a lost puppy.
I had Raisin Bran today, okay?
Someone give him some cheese.
We just got wiped out.
You gotta block him back up.
Wiped out by Rasbar.
Quick, eat a big bowl of pasta. Block him back up.
Wipe out now. Healing gas.
Hopefully that should clear everything out.
You know who sings this song about wipeouts? The Fat Boys. That fat boy just wiped us out. And no, Lisa, you said this place smells like man. It usually isn't that bad.
I don't know what I was smelling before that stench hit me, but
Oh,
it smelled like cologne. It must have been. I'm like, damn, this house smells like men. Christ, where did Jess go?
Where did Jess go?
Right, she's right here.
Jess had a phone call
Oh.
Okay.
from the ex.
Oh.
The air is starting to clear.
I'm not coming over there until it's completely clear.
It might not be. It's
Okay.
barely.
Because it'll hit me first because I'm in front.
That was the Fat Boys and the Beach Boys.
And the Beach Boys.
And
Yeah.
the Fat Beach Boys.
The Fat Boys and the Beach Boys. And when the Beach Boys got older, they became the Fat Boys.
I
The
think
Fat Beach Boys.
we can sound all clear. There's no smell anymore.
I
Yeah.
smell cologne now.
You better take your butt outside next time.
Hey, just
All he has to do is back up straight to the screen and like put his butt against the screen.
No, because then a wind will change
hey,
direction.
at least, like I
And it will
said,
come
at
back in.
least I went to the other room. Imagine if you got the full force.
But the windows are open, and it came through a draft, and the draft carried it
Yeah.
throughout the whole house.
yeah, but that was still about 45 seconds delayed before it
Doesn't
got
matter.
over
You ever heard of
here.
a backdraft?
I dare you to stay in the room next time.
I dare you to come over here by his butt. Ugh.
I would
It's like
rather.
the farts I had when I was coming back from the bodies.
Those
Oh, why don't you come over here and talk
Beef
about
jerky.
that?
Oh, okay, hold on, right over.
Because Scritch was actually mentioning that, but he was waiting for you. Let me come down here and you can.
Beef jerky, the exhibit. I got hungry.
So what? So what? Did it look like the thing that I saw out in Arizona?
What thing did you see in Arizona?
Oh, that's right. You didn't see that video, the mummy.
The Thing.
Oh, okay.
No, this was a little more fresh
Yeah,
and well preserved.
it looked like jerky.
It looked like beef jerky. There's an exhibit in Tampa. And if you want to Google search this or just look for it, it's called Bodies the Exhibition. And we went to this over the weekend, and it's actually playing till the end of the month. So if any of you want to go and check it out, I highly recommend it. It's a very eye-opening experience. Let me go. Yeah, hold on. Where am I? I'm coming up in a second. Where's my collar? I don't want to come up naked. Holy cow, Ezra's warm.
What? I don't know why. Oh, Ezra.
Ezra's really warm. Oh, there's Mutt. There's me. Rather. I was getting dookie. So, yeah, we went to the, Bodies, the exhibition, and it was very eye-opening experience. It was a little too realistic. Well, it was very realistic. Basically, it's a bunch of old cadavers that they had taken, dissected into several different layers, put them in poses like playing basketball and chess, so you can kind of see how the body works. It was very similar to a anatomy book that you're walking through. Only these aren't sculptures; they're real. Real peoples. Well, one time.
That's what I think made it even disturbing. If they had just said they were plastic, you probably wouldn't get squeamish.
Yeah.
But when you know they're real, you're like, ew.
And it's hard to look at these things thinking that they are real because, well, this is so foreign to what we normally see. But then as you're examining them very closely, you'll notice, oh my gosh, he still has some eyebrow on there. And that kind of what would bring you back into reality. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, it's pretty disturbing.
Yeah, this isn't plastic visible man. This is actually a man.
Yeah, look
yes, and every other model there had these tar black lungs.
Smoker lungs.
Yep. And
Actually, it's more than half.
I've had my last clove of my life after seeing this.
You know, that
No
looks like
more.
You know what? When I first saw that
This is your
pop up,
lungs on cigarettes.
that looks like. Go back to that one. When I first saw that pop up on the screen, I thought it was my face. Ferret, a ferret face.
Ew.
It looks like a ferret. See?
I can see my breath in
see,
the house now.
see, you got the two ears on the side, the little mouth on the bottom there, the nose right dead center, and the little eyelash.
Right. That's also how your lung looks after a rasvar fart.
Ew, sick.
That's how you look after that.
Yeah, that's when Rasvar's fart has eaten off your skin.
That's going to be me later on tonight because I'm sitting directly behind him.
See, that was a guy, he got caught in one of Rasvar's poots, and he was trying to get away.
You know what? Some of them look like.
This happened to him.
There was one. Wait a minute, no. There was one where they had actually taken all the butt muscles and like spread them out so you could see all the different layers of butt muscles, and it looked like the guy had blown a fart so hard it blew his butt out.
Oh, God, I just saw something on this one that's big.
Yes.
Yep, that's the test eye. Oh, they left all the anatomy together on this stuff.
Yep. All the males were male.
Ow, ow,
Yeah.
ow.
The
They were
males.
all
The
male?
males were male, and the females were female.
Oh.
Yep. and
They had
it's-
boobicles and all.
And they also went through all the different parts of like different kinds of diseases, like a fresh bone next to a bone that's been having bone cancer, and it's like wow. And you really I learned a lot about anatomy that I never really realized because everything had its own. Oh,
Well, what'd you learn? So what'd you learn, Mutt?
everything had its like an example of what is good and what is bad. Like with bone cancer, the body provides cells that removes old bone cells and then brand new ones. And when the body doesn't remove the old bone cells anymore, it starts to become cancerous, possibly.
Wow.
So I was like, I did not know that.
What else did you learn?
I learned don't eat before you go.
Okay.
Actually, it didn't really make me ill, but it was.
did you have an overpowering urge to go to McDonald's right afterwards?
I was gonna go through with a giant turkey leg
Oh boy, Alberto.
and eat the turkey leg while I was doing it, and then I was just gonna leave the turkey leg somewhere. But that's what it basically looked like. Beef jerky, though.
Oh,
That was the
It didn't
funniest
smell
thing.
like beef jerky,
Crack-
though.
Oh
Yep.
boy, Alberto.
Now I didn't really smell the what's the word?
Formaldehyde.
Formaldehyde.
In that very last room, it had formaldehyde.
Yeah, and also these things were not under glass all the time.
Well,
you could touch them,
Basically,
and I wanted to, but I didn't.
well, there's a thing about the way that they actually prepared them that you don't need formaldehyde because they like replace the water content with
Yes.
a plastic compound or something like
Actually,
that.
what
And that's why
what they do is when they embalm them,
Yeah.
they embalm them with acetone, and that displaces all water in the body.
Oh.
Then they dip the body into a plasticine compound and put it under a vacuum, and that causes all the acetone to evaporate and replace all the acetone with plastic. So then basically everything that was water in the human body becomes a plastic polymer. So everything stays intact otherwise.
And considering the fact that the human body is what, like 85 to 90% water or something like that, that's mostly plastic now.
Right.
Now,
Now-
there was another thing that was kind of neat what they did also.
What?
The vein process.
Oh my gosh, we are so wired up. It
So-
looks like our bodies look like underneath my computer desk.
What they did is they take a body and they would pump plastic epoxies dyed red. It was like red epoxy. They would pump it throughout the entire circulatory system.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And then they would let it dry. So basically you had hardened plastic in all the veins.
Yep.
Then they take the entire body and they dip it in acid and it eats away the entire body except for the plastic. So what you're left with is this
Yeah.
big mesh of blood veins.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's really cool, actually.
It was extremely cool.
Yeah.
It was-
Now, one
So it
question.
basically left the entire circulatory system intact,
Right.
Yes.
and all the organs and things were like gone.
right.
Yes.
So all tissues were gone, just the blood vessels.
Just the blood vessels were there.
If there's one thing I learned,
I know, I
stay
wanna
away
go
from
see
fast
it.
food.
Yep.
So did it show like clogged arteries? Like
Yep, all that stuff. You name
Ooh.
it, it was in there. And make very good friends with a doctor. Very important.
Kagi.
Like
Eat-
Kagi.
Eat your apples.
Oh yeah, we were thinking Kagi the whole time. Man, we were trying so hard from the nervous tension just to make jokes,
Uh-huh.
and everything just became awkward at that point.
So did you find a pancreas then?
Yeah, they were there.
Spleens?
I think what was even more kind of like the one that gave me the chills is when they took we were cutting the guy up in like looking like ham steaks.
Oh yeah, I was slicing them up, and they were getting very creative. But now when they were moved, they were to pose these bodies in like basketball poses. Who the heck would spend so much time modeling these bodies and then having to put a hard armature inside of it? I mean, what would that do to your brain after a while? Just you become so
A
desensitized.
necrophile.
Well, this would be I don't even know.
But then again, I mean, think about it. It's the same kind of thing of, what must it be like to be a funeral director, or a taxidermist.
Because
Same kind of thing.
once they put plastic in them, they're hard again.
Or a Quincy.
Who?
What was
Speaking of
Quincy?
delicious things like that, the pizza's here.
Ooh,
Hey,
wow.
now I'm assuming that
Right
the people who are in the exhibit, did their family give them permission, or was
They
You know,
were.
I had a lot of questions, and there was a Q&A at the end, and I was so shocked I forgot every single one of them.
What they
That's
were,
one of
they're
them.
bodies that were donated for science,
Yeah.
and that's what they were.
Or anonymous bodies, like homeless people.
No, they were strictly said science.
See, and
Oh, really?
that's you know what,
And that was
if-
a science exhibit. That
I-
was a
It
science
was
exhibit.
But
science.
you know what? If I were to donate my body for science, I would have a problem with that.
Yeah, but they probably wouldn't recognize you because you didn't have your
Rasvar,
skin
the
on.
problem is, after you finished with it, would you really mind? I mean, you're done
do you
with it.
care?
You don't need the body
you know,
anymore.
It's kind of like it's kind
Well,
of
think
like
about it.
the whole
Yeah, but you're
thing.
celebrity
You know,
now.
If you're
You're
well,
on tour.
It wouldn't. Of course, it wouldn't be a problem for me. But imagine if if your family, you're donating it, you think you're doing it for some medical research, and it turns into a traveling exhibit.
Did they give names?
No, they didn't give names,
No.
and you wouldn't have been able to identify them.
Well, you'd be able to identify Rasvar. You'd be the big exhibit.
There was a big fat argument down in when this exhibit set up down in Mosey.
That's where it's at.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what
it's down in Mosey and Tampa.
Yeah.
I remember that was like a 6-month battle to get that thing in there because every man and woman in that is Chinese, and
Korean, I think.
they all didn't have family to consent to this, and so they were donated to medical science, and it's okay where they're from, but down here they had to have some sort of signed waivers
So it kind
along
of got
with it.
grandfathered over or something?
Yeah, basically that's exactly what it is. Is that the government said it was okay for these people because they didn't have any family or anything like that, and there was no actual signed waiver saying I donate my body to science for this purpose, blah blah blah, and that's what the whole argument was about. So.
Well, I'm glad they had it, and it's
I mean,
selling out. I mean, it's a very, very, very popular exhibit.
You know, that process, though, you look at it, they are mummified for life.
Yes.
And preserved better than any mummy had been.
Yes.
So really, they are immortal.
Yeah.
In their own way.
Not really. The bodies
yeah,
are immortal.
but I don't know if I want to be
Me
cut
either.
in half.
Oh, they'll slice you up
No.
in half and thirds. and
you might-
I
quarters.
would not want
You
to
might
do
be
that.
lucky. You might not be chopped into ham steaks. You might have been just spread open a little bit.
Yeah, just show your belly,
They would show your guts.
all the guts. Now,
We also ordered Meat Lovers Pizza in case you want.
meat lovers pizza, just what we should be eating. Now, at the end, they had a really cool gift shop, and I bought a baseball cap that was colored like a brain, and it's called
how
the
do you-
thinking cap.
How do you create a gift shop off of
They
something
did
like
it.
that?
A lot of anatomy books, a lot of how to draw.
Damn
anatomy
bones,
books.
damn bones, damn.
Did they have? So I guess in the anatomy in the gift shop they sold the plastic Invisible Man.
Yes.
Yes,
Of course.
all
they
that
did.
stuff was there.
Little skeletons.
Oh, and also like little parts of brain and things. Like it was like fake pieces of brain and
Yeah,
liver.
little brains.
That's a
on
keychain.
keychain brains.
Like
I was gonna say that the big bodies and stuff must have been interesting as an
Wow,
artist.
I never thought about that. If you had a keychain brain,
Yeah.
that would be like your USB fob. We got to put a brain on a USB fob memory thing.
What the heck are you talking about?
You know, well, they
What?
make these little keychain things that are like